Hey, this is Aidan Booth here, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can create a simple opt-in form for your email marketing list. Okay, so this assumes that you've already gone ahead and you've already created an email marketing list, and we're using Aweber as the example here. So the first thing that you want to do is log into Aweber, and you want to select the list that you want to create a form for from the drop-down menu. So Uncle Johnny's Pizza is the example that we're going to use, okay? And then we just come to sign up forms, and we'll click on create your first sign up form, and it's very self-explanatory, and I'll just walk you through this. Now there are a few different templates that you could choose from, and let me just show you some of them. We can scroll through these, and if I click on them, we could load any of them that we wanted. So there's different templates in here. Let's have a look. And if we click on show more, we can actually look at different categories. So let's see if we can find something related to food and wine. After all, this is for a restaurant, okay? And this one here might be good. And I can resize this. Okay, so that's one option. What else have they got here? This one here kind of has a blurred background, but you can still almost tell that it's food. I'm going to go with the Italian pizza theme, because coincidentally we are making this for hypothetical pizza restaurant after all. Okay, so what I like to do here is just customize this form to make it look the way that I want it to look. Okay, the first thing that I like to do is remove this powered by Aweber. So I'll just click that little red button there, and then we can actually customize this text here if we want to. Okay, so this is the way that we align it, and I think, okay, it looks like we can't actually customize this text. No, we can't customize that text. However, what we will actually do is we will remove that, and I just want to see if we can actually add another text in here. Okay, there we go. We've got another text in here that we can actually customize now. So for this one here, I'm going to center it. And all I've done here is I've clicked "We respect your privacy and will never share your email address with anyone," and I'll click save. Okay, and that's just going to help us get more people opting in to the subscribing to the email list. Okay, and we could change the size if we wanted to, just by using these controls here, and we could change the font. Okay, so it's all very customizable. We'll leave it like that. Click save. Now I want to center these parts here. Okay, so the way that we can do this is we can click on it, and here we can click different display options. So we've got displaying it on the right hand side. Personally, I prefer it when it's like this, okay, with the name and the email. And I'm going to just make this a little bit narrower here. And now let's customize the display of this button. I'm going to click this centering icon here. And we can actually customize the text on this as well. Now, you can't always customize the text on Aweber forms, but this one, it does let us actually change it. So I'm just going to put sign me up. Okay. Now, if I wanted to change the color of that, I could click this one here and I could change it to anything I wanted. So if I wanted to make it a yellow button, I could do that, or if I wanted to make it a blue button, we could do that. I'm going to click cancel because that green actually matches quite nicely with what I'm trying to do here. And then finally, we've got the header section. And this is where you're going to want to put the big benefit that someone's going to get by signing up to your email list. Okay, so I'm going to center this again, and I'm going to put enter your name and I've just hypothetically put in a headline here, and I've said enter your name and email address below to go in the draw to win a trip to Rome. Obviously, this being an Italian pizza restaurant, we're trying to put an offer in here that's going to appeal to people, but it doesn't have to be something like this. It could just be enter your name and email address below to get Johnny's recipe book. Okay, so that's another example, and this one here could simply be a little document, a little Word document or a PDF document that you've created, which has got some recipes. Johnny's, it could be even a pizza recipe book if we want to make it even more customized. Okay, but it's just some kind of benefit that's going to entice people to actually put their name and email in here. And I can bold this if I want. I can make it italic. I could change the font. I'm going to put it on Tahoma, and that looks fine like that. Okay. Finally, we've got, if I come to this body section here, you'll see that we've got some different spacing options. If I just change that, you'll see how it's changing here. That's basically the space between the top of this one and the bottom of this section. So these are kind of like different sections, and you can see the sections being highlighted as I hover over them. This is absolutely fine the way it is. The only thing that I would sometimes normally change is the width. Okay, and we can adjust this accordingly. Okay, but let's just that's fine like that. Okay, so that's the design done, and we can click Save Your Form now, and we can then click Go to Step 2. Now, every form you make, every opt-in form, subscriber form, is going to have a name. Okay, so I'm going to call this one Johnny's Pizza Recipe Book. Okay, and then after someone puts their information in the form, you can send them to a few different places. Okay, now the basic one is just the default page, and that's going to be absolutely fine for you to begin with. But if you wanted to send them to a page on your website that says, hey, thanks for signing up, here's the download for your recipe book, then you could do that by using the custom page option. Okay, or if you wanted to use one of these other, an audio version with your logo, or a video or something like that, you could do it. But just to keep this nice and simple, we'll use the basic version. If someone has already subscribed to your email list in the past, then they can be shown a page that says, hey, you've already subscribed. Okay, and if we look at the advanced section settings here, we don't have to worry about changing any of this. Okay, so we'll just click Save Your Form, and we can then continue to step 3. And now we're going to be able to actually install the form. Okay, so if you're going to install it yourself, then Aweber gives you little snippets of code that you can copy and paste into your website. And there's a JavaScript snippet and a HTML snippet. Don't worry too much about what these actually mean, okay, because we can cover this in a different video. If you've got a designer who's creating the website for you, then you could put their email address in there, and you could actually send the information about how to install this to your designer. Or in some cases, and this would be a rare case, you could actually get Aweber to host the form for you. You're not going to use this too often, but I'll just show you what it is. This is what the form looks like, okay, and you can play around with it and test it all out. But for the most part, you're going to want to install the form yourself and probably use this JavaScript here. That's how you create a simple sign-up form for your website.